Well, a very pleasant good evening to you, Bobcat fans, coming to you from the campus of Ridgeland High School in Ridgeland, Mississippi. It's time for Game 2 of the Class 4A playoffs. Sumrall leading the series 1-0 with a convincing 17-0 victory over the Bearcats last night. Going to go ahead and give you the starting lineups for the Bobcats. Leading off and playing center field will be Caden Williamson. Batting second and playing second base, Kellen Garcia. Batting third and playing shortstop, Landon Hawkins. Batting fourth, playing right field, Cade Clinton. Batting fifth and pitching, Leo Odom. Batting sixth, playing first base, Jack Miller. Batting seventh and playing second base, Drew Davis. Batting eighth and playing right field, Raven Harrison. And batting ninth and playing left field, Malik McNair. For the Bearcats of Forest, lead off and playing shortstop will be Colton Burks. Batting second and catching, Avery Buffkin. Batting third and playing center field, Ty Chambers. Batting fourth and playing second base, Reagan Tadlock. Batting fifth and playing right field, Martin Wences. Batting sixth and pitching, Cade Tillman. Batting seventh and playing third base, Aiden Guy. Batting eighth and playing first base, Joseph Greenhouse. And batting ninth and playing left field, Brody Buffkin. Caden Williamson stepping into the right-handed batter's box, and we're just about to be underway here. First pitch, taken for a strike. It's 0-1. 0-1 pitch, foul straight back, and it's 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes to Caden Williamson. And the pitch. Call strike 3. And on 3 pitches, Caden Williamson goes down. So that's going to bring up the second baseman, Kellen Garcia.
For the Bobcats, shortstop number 7, Kellen Garcia.
First pitch to Garcia. Call strike. So Tillman thrown 4 pitches and 4 strikes. Oh, 1 pitch. Taken high, evens up the count, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Fouled into the Forest dugout, and it's 1-2. The bench is down the line here at Ridgeland, 320 down the left field line, 350 in the left center field gap, 370 to dead center field, also 350 in right center, and 318 down the right field line as Kellen Garcia goes down swinging. So quickly, 2 outs here in the top of the first for the Bobcats. That's going to bring up the shortstop, Landon Hawkins. Pitch on the way to Hawkins. Call strike. And Tillman is a strike machine so far here in the top of the first, working quickly. The 0-1. That one fouled out of play to the right, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, hit right back up the middle. Shortstop's guided over to first base for the out. And just like that, the Bobcats go 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the first. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on base. You're listening to Bobcat Baseball. Welcome back to the campus of Ridgeland High School here in Ridgeland, Mississippi. We're moving to the bottom of the first inning. The Bobcats went down quickly. 1, 2, 3. As Forrest will have up Colton Dirks, Avery Buffkin, and Ty Chambers. First three in the Bearcat order. The Bobcats looking to sweep the series 2-0 and advance to the second round of the playoffs as they will battle the Greene County, Lawrence County winner. Most first round games of the playoffs are starting tonight. Sumrall and Forrest played last night due to Sumrall having a prom tomorrow night. If by chance the Bobcats fall tonight, game 3 will be Monday night back in Sumrall at 7 o'clock. Colton Dirks, the shortstop for the Bearcats, going to step in.
All right, leading off the bottom of the first for your Bearcats, the shortstop, number 4, Colton Dirks.
Odom steps on the mound, gets a sign from his catcher Clinton. Pitch on the way. Taken down low for a ball. It's 1-0. One-0 pitch on the way. Swung on, hitting the left center field gap. Malik McNair is not going to be able to get it. It's going to fall in front of him for a base hit. The Bearcats have a leadoff single here in the bottom of the first inning. It's going to bring up the catcher, Avery Buffkin.
All right, next up for your Bearcats, the catcher, number 30, Avery Buffkin.
Odom from the stretch, the pitch. Inside for a ball, 1-0. One-0 pitch. As Buffkin squares to bunt. That went inside, ball 2, and Burks is going to steal second base. Just like that, the Bearcats have a runner in scoring position here in the bottom of the first. The 2-0 pitch on the way. Swung on, hit to Hawkins at shortstop. He's got it over to first base for the out, but Burks does make his way to third base. That'll bring up the center fielder, Ty Chambers.
Next up for your Bearcats, center fielder, number 15, Ty Chambers.
Pitch to Chambers. Swung on. Another ground ball to the shortstop, Hawkins. Over to first base for the second out, but the run scores and Forrest leads it 1-0.
All right, next up for your Bearcats, the second baseman, number 2, Reagan Tadlock.
It's going to bring up the second baseman, Reagan Tadlock. Pitch. That one in the dirt. Good stop by Clinton. 1-0. So the Bearcats able to do something here in the first inning that they weren't able to do last night. That was get a run and a hit. Swung on. Another one hit to Hawkins at shortstop. Over to first base for the out. And that'll retire the side here in the bottom of the first inning. But the Bearcats break out on top. 1-0. 1 run, 1 hit. No errors and nobody left. We've played 1. Forrest 1. Sumrall 0. You're listening to Bobcat Baseball.
Leading off the top of the second for the Bobcats, the catcher, number 2, Cade.
Moving here into the top of the second inning where Cade Clinton will lead it off for the Bobcats. Pitch from Tillman on the way. Breaking ball swung on and missed by Clinton. It's 0-1. Clinton getting the call at catcher tonight for the Bobcats. 0-1 pitch. That one taken high, evens up the count at 1-1. One pitch. Swung on, hit into center field. Makes a diving catch for the out. Good catch by the center fielder, Ty Chambers. Looked to be a hit for Clinton, but Chambers comes in and makes a diving catch for the first out. It's going to bring up the pitcher, Leo Odom. That one taken up high for a ball, 1-0. One-0 pitch on the way. Swung on, foul straight back, evens up the count at 1-1. Would like to thank Zane Berry for asking me to fill in for him tonight. 1-1 pitch on the way. Swung on, hit to the shortstop. He's got it. Throw to first base for the out. Quickly 2 away here in the top of the second. And that's going to bring up the first baseman, Jack Miller.
All right, next up for Sumrall, first baseman, number 27, Jack Miller.
Pitch from Tillman on the way. Outside corner call strike, 0-1. Even though no one is on base for the Bobcats, Tillman, the pitcher, has been going from the stretch the whole game. That one swung on, hitting to the hole at second base. Diving stop, makes the throw to first base for the out. For the second consecutive inning, the Bobcats go 1, 2, 3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. Forest leads it 1-0 after 1.5 innings of play. You're listening to Bobcat Baseball. Back here on the campus of Ridgeland High School, moving to the bottom of the second inning. Martin Wentz is going to lead it off for the Bearcats.
Secondary Bearcats. The right fielder, number 7, Martin Wentz.
Clinton gives Odom the sign. Odom, the wind and the pitch. Swung on, and Wentz bounces it off to the left side over into the parking lot. No balls and 1 strike to count. 0-1 pitch. Swung on and missed. Quickly now 0-2. Wentz is late on the swing. So the 0-2 pitch on the way from Odom to Wentz. Call strike 3. As Wentz goes down looking for the first out.
All right, next up for us, tonight's pitcher, number 22, Cade Tillman.
It's going to bring up the pitcher for Forest, Cade Tillman. Pitch on the way to him is taken outside for a ball. It's 1-0. 1-0 pitch. Call strike, evens up the count, 1-1. Odom working quickly. The wind, the pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Odom steps to the back of the mound. Gets the rising bag. 1-2 pitch on the way. Taken down low, evens up the count at 2-2. Nice contingent of Bobcat fans made the way to Ridgeland tonight. Swung on. That one going to get into center field for a base hit. So Tillman aboard. Helps his cause with a 1-out single. That's going to bring up the third baseman, Aiden Guy.
All right, that's the lead for the Bearcats. The third baseman, number 31, Aiden Guy.
So Odom going from the stretch as Tillman gets his lead at first. The stretch and the pitch. Taken outside for a ball. It's 1-0. Pitch on the way. Tillman gets his lead from first. That one foul straight back, evens up the count at 1-1. As Odom once again goes to the rising bag. Throw to first. Oh. Hits the runner for Forrest in the back. Gets away from Miller. Throw to second base is not in time. Tillman is down at second base. Odom tried to pick him off. Hit Tillman in the back, and the ball got away close to the Forrest dugout, and Tillman was able to make his way down to second base. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball call, strike 2. That's a hard error to give to Leo Odom right there. As it was a good throw to first base, just happened to hit Tillman in the back and get away from Miller. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball, check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. So 2 away. This guy goes down on strikes. And that's going to bring up the first baseman, Joseph Greenhouse.
Joseph Greenhouse.
So let's see if Odom and the Bobcats can lead the runner stranded at second base here in the bottom of the second. The pitch. Taken down low for a ball, 1-0. Odom's 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed as Greenhouse chased one up out of the strike zone to even the count up at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball way outside. Gets stopped by Clinton. 2 balls and 1 strike. The 2-1 pitch on the way. Ooh, that hit him. So Greenhouse aboard after being hit by the pitch. And that's going to bring up the left fielder, Brody Buffkin, the number 9 man in the Bearcat order.
All right, at the plate, the left fielder, number 26, Brody Buffkin.
So runners at first and second with 2 outs here in the bottom of the second inning. The Bearcats lead it by a score of 1-0. The pitch swung on and missed. It's 0-1. Oh, 0-1 pitch on the way. Call strike 2. 0-2. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Oh, wow. Everybody walking off the field for the Bobcats thinking it was strike 3. It's called outside for a ball, so it's 1-2. The 1-2 pitch won't be made as Odom looks to run her back to second base. One-two on the way. Swung on and missed into Derek Clinton. I throw it down to first base for the out. That'll do it for the Bearcats here in the bottom of the second inning. No runs, a hit, 1 error, 2 left. After 2 complete, Forest 1, Sumrall 0. You're listening to Bobcat Baseball.
What kind of year Hattiesburg having?
They're 18-9, but they finished third in the region behind West Jones and Pearl River Central, who are both like 24-4 apiece. Their normal year. I have.
All right, leading off the top of the third for the Bobcats, second baseman number 8, Drew Davis.
Drew Davis, Braylon Harrison, Malik McNair, hitters 7, 8, 9 in the Bobcat order. And Davis hits one to right center field. Right fielder going back. It's going to be off the wall. Davis rounding second, heading to third. And he'll be in there easily with a stand-up triple. So a good start for the Bobcats here in the top of the third inning. That'll bring up the right fielder, Braylon Harrison. Pitch on the way to Harrison. Breaking ball call strike. It's 0-1.
Me and Adam worked together at Hattiesburg, so I figured that'd be a connection. Yeah. And I honestly was just kind of
0-1 pitch on the way.
joking when I
Swung on, hit deep in the hole at shortstop. Throw is in time, but Davis comes around to score, so give Harrison an RBI. And the Bobcats are on the board here in the top of the third inning.
Next up, the left fielder, number 6, Malik McNair.
That'll bring up the left fielder, Malik McNair. The pitch taken outside for a ball. So the Bobcats tied up here in the top of the third. 1-0 pitch on the way. That one in the dirt, ball 2. It's 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes. The 2-0 pitch. Taken down low for a ball. 3-0. Pretty sure McNair has the take sign here. That one in the dirt, ball 4. So Malik McNair is on with a walk. And it's back to the top of the Bobcat order and Caden Williamson.
Caden Williamson.
Let's see if Malik McNair tries to swipe second base right here. The stretch, the pitch. He was not going as Williamson squared the bunt. So no balls and 1 strike to count to Williamson. Pickoff throw to first, not in time. Malik McNair calls timeout. Gonna spread some dirt around, try to get his footing. 0-1 pitch. Swung on, foul back, and it's 0-2. McNair was off on the pitch. So a little hit and run action called by head coach Andy Davis in the third base box. Longtime assistant Steve Cooley over there at first. The 0-2 pitch. Throw back to first again. Oh, 2 pitch. Again, throw back to first, and McNair's back easily. So McNair has Tillman's attention so far. The pitch. McNair running, hit into right field. McNair's going to have to put on the brakes and get back to first. He's back in time. So that's going to bring up the second baseman, Kellen Garcia. Garcia, strikeout victim his first time. The pitch. Swung on, called strike. Malik McNair will steal second base. So no balls and 1 strike to count to Garcia with McNair at second. Oh, 0-1 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, strike 2. So Garcia in the hole, no balls and 2 strikes. Oh, 2 pitch on the way. Taken outside for a ball. 1 ball and 2 strikes. One-two pitch on the way. Swung on and missed, and Garcia goes down on strikes for the second time. But the Bobcats tied up here in the top of the third inning. They get a run and a hit. No errors and 1 left. After 2.5, we're tied at 1. You're listening to Bobcat Baseball. Moving to the bottom half of the third inning, where Forrest will have the top of their order up. Colton Burks,
All right, leading
Avery
off the
Buffkin,
bottom of the
and
third
Ty
inning
Chambers.
is number 4, Colton Dirks.
First pitch on the way, call strike. 0-1 the count. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. Breaking ball. Call strike 2. Looked to be a little bit outside, but the umpire said it caught the corner. So the 0-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, hit to Drew Davis at second base. He's got it over to first for the out. So one away here in the bottom of the third. That'll bring up the catcher, Avery Buffkin. He grounded out to shortstop his first time up. 0-1 correction. First pitch on the way. Hit down to third base. To Hawkins. Quickly 2 away here in the
Number 15, Ty Chambers.
second inning. So Chambers, your batter. He grounded out to shortstop his first time up, but gave Forrest their only RBI of the game. The first pitch to him is a strike. 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. Breaking ball, call strike, and it's quickly 0-2 to Chambers. As Chambers calls time, as Odom's taking a little bit too long for his liking. 0-2 pitch. That was called ball. Makes the count 1-2. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Call strike 3. That was right down the middle. So 1-2-3 inning for the Bobcats here. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. We've played 3, moving along quickly here. Tied at 1. You're listening to Bobcat Baseball. We'd like to know who all is watching us online tonight. So you can shoot a text message to 601-297-0967 to let us know who you are and where you're watching us from. Once again, 601-297-0967.
Leading off at the top of the fourth for the Bobcats. Number 16, Landon Hawkins.
Landon Hawkins leading the Bobcats off here in the top of the 4th inning. Swung on, foul back. It's 0-1. So Tillman gets a sign from his catcher, the stretch and the pitch. That one taken outside for a ball. Evens up the count at 1-1. One pitch on the way. Breaking ball missed high. 2-1 the count. Christy Raines listening to us from Sumrall. Matt and Danielle Clinton. Miss Shirley Haddix was watching us. That one called a ball, so it's 3 balls and 1 strike. The count to Hawkins. And the pitch. That one foul straight back. Makes the count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Matt and Danielle Clinton watching from Ashland City, Tennessee. The payoff pitch. Swung on, hit right back up the middle, but to the center fielder. The center fielder makes the catch for the first out here in the top of the 4th. That'll bring up the cleanup hitter in tonight's catcher, Cade Clinton. Clinton will fly out to center field his first time up. First pitch on the way to Cade Clinton. That one down low for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Going to try to get you some other high school scores from Class 4A tonight. That one taken inside, nearly hit Clinton. It's 2-0. And the 2-0 pitch on the way. Taken outside for a ball. It's 3-0. Pitch on the way. That one taken for a strike as Clinton was taken all the way. 3-1 your count. The pitch. Swung on. Popped straight up. Shortstop or third baseman. Be the shortstop. So 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. That's going to bring up Leo Odom.
Next up, number 4, Leo Odom.
Odom grounded out to the shortstop his first time up. 0 for 1 on the evening. The pitch. Taken outside for a ball. 1-0. Pitch taken down low, ball 2. Gary Hawkins from Hattiesburg listening in. Thank you, Gary. 2-0 pitch. That one about a 58 footer. That one didn't even get to the plate. It's 3-0. Pitch. That one taken for a strike. Next pitch taken outside corner, strike 2. Full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. And the pitch. Swung on, slow tapper to the pitcher. He's got it. Over to first base for the out. And quickly the Bobcats go down 1, 2, 3 here in the top of the 4th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors. Nobody left on base. We're halfway home. Tied at 1. You're listening to Bobcat Baseball. Moving to the bottom of the 4th. Here from the campus of Ridgeland High School here in Ridgeland, Mississippi. Sarah Mills Gillespie listening live to the Bobcat broadcast tonight. Thank you, Sarah. Reagan Tadlock leading it off in the bottom of the 4th for the Bearcats. One-oh pitch on the way. Checked his swing. Yes, he did. Evens up the count at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. Taken down low for a ball. 2-1. Odom gets a sign from his catcher Clinton. The 2-1 pitch. Outside corner call strike. Evens up the count at 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, hit down the right field line, but out of play and foul. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Way high, full count. So a payoff pitch coming to the leadoff batter here in the bottom of the 4th, Tadlock. The pitch. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. So Tadlock goes down on strikes, and I'll bring up the right fielder, Martin Wences. Wences, a strikeout victim his first time up. Pitch on the way. Ooh, look out down there as Wences swung late and he scattered everybody in that Bobcat dugout. I don't think it got anybody. As some of the Bobcat players are in there laughing about it. So the 0-1 pitch on the way. Breaking ball didn't break. Evens up the count at 1-1 as Odom's going to ask for a new baseball. The 1-1 pitch. Missed high, 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch coming. Outside, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike to the Bearcat right fielder. And the 3-1 pitch is high and outside, and Wentz's is aboard with a base home ball. That'll bring up the pitcher, Cade Tillman. Tillman's going to go down and have a word with his head coach. Raymond and Truvy McRaney watching from Lincoln Road in Hattiesburg, Mississippi. Thank you, Raymond and Truvy, for listening in. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike one. So no balls, one strike to count to Tillman. So Wentz gets a lead at first. The pitch. Outside in the dirt. Good stop by Cade Clinton. Wentz with a pretty sizable lead as Miller is not holding him on at first base. The pitch. Swung on and missed. Strike two. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count to Tillman. Tillman singled his first time up. Tillman asked for time. Odom's going to step off the mound. Him and Clinton couldn't get on the same page. Now the 1-2 pitch coming. That one taken down low for a ball. Evens up the count at 2-2. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Throw to first as Miller was able to sneak in behind Wentz's. Wentz is back safely. The 2-2 pitch on the way. Call strike three as Leo painted the outside corner as Tillman goes down on strikes. 2 away.
All right, next up, number 31, Aiden Guy.
It's going to bring up the third baseman, Aiden Guy. Guy, strikeout victim back in the second inning. 0 for 1 on the evening. The stretch from Odom and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Purvis leading Quitman 5-0 after 5 innings. Thank you forever who sent me that message. 0-1 pitch on the way. Swung on. Fouled out of play, and it's 0-2. So no balls, 2 strikes to count to Guy. Stretch and the pitch. That one taken high. Makes the count 1-2. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and miss. He struck him out. As Guy goes down on strikes for the second time this evening.
No hits, 1 left on. 4 innings plays, Bearcats 1.
So no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 left. We've played 4. We're tied at 1. Time for the Bobcats to get the bats rolling when we move to the top of the 5th. You're listening to Bobcat Baseball. Jack Miller to lead off the top of the fifth for the Bobcats. Swung on, hit down the right field line. Let's see if anybody can make a play on it. They cannot. It hits the warning track down the right field line and bounces out of play. So no balls and one strike to count to Miller. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. Swung on right at the second baseman. Goes under his legs, and he will be safe. So an error on the second baseman, Tadlock. That may be the break the Bobcats are looking for right there, as they're going to get a pinch runner in for the Bobcats. I believe that's going to be, well, I can't see his number. Maybe Altman at number 14. Anyway, got a pinch runner at first base for Miller.
All right, next up, number 8, Drew Davis.
It's going to bring up Drew Davis. Davis tripled and scored his last time up. Tillman goes from the stretch. Throw to first, runner back. The stretch, Davis squares to bunt. Gets away from the catcher. And the Bobcats have the go-ahead run in scoring position at second base. Davis squared to bunt but had to duck out of the way. It was coming in high and tight on him. The catcher going out to have a word with Tillman. So 1 ball, no strikes to count to Drew Davis. The stretch and the pitch. Swung on and missed. Evens up the count at 1-1. One pitch on the way. Swung on, foul, straight back. Makes the count 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to count to Drew Davis. The stretch and the pitch. Swung on right back where it came from to the pitcher. He's got it over to first base for the out, and the runner on second had to stay where he was at. Good play by the pitcher, Tillman, as Davis hit it hard.
All right, next up, number 22, Braylon Harrison.
That's going to bring up the right fielder, Braylon Harrison. Harrison grounded out to shortstop his first time up, but got the RBI. That one taken outside for a ball. 1-0. So the 1-0 pitch on the way. That one taken for a strike. Evens up the count at 1-1. So the 1-1 pitch to Braylon Harrison. That one taken down low, ball 2, 2-1. Malik McNair on deck. So Tillman from the stretch gets a sign from his catcher. The pitch. Swung on and missed. evens up the count at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch. Swung on. Harrison fouls it off to the right side. Count remains 2-2. So the 2-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, fouled again off to the right side. And we'll do it again. Harrison hanging tough. The 2-2 pitch on the way outside for a ball. Gets away from the catcher. The runner will go down to third base. So 3 balls and 2 strikes to count to Harrison. The Bobcats with the go-ahead run down at third. A payoff pitch coming to Harrison. And the coach for Forrest going to go have a word with his pitcher. He's going to call the entire infield in. One run, 1 hit, no errors for the Bobcats. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for the Bearcats. Here in the top of the 5th inning. As the meeting on the mound is over. College baseball action tonight in the 6th inning. The Golden Eagles have put 2 touchdowns on the board tonight. They lead it by a score of 14-3. The pitch swung on, fouled off again by Harrison. The Forest infield playing in to try to cut the runner off at third base. Another payoff pitch on the way to Harrison. Swung on, line shot to third base, and he just stuck his glove out and made a catch. Tough luck right there for Braylon Harrison. He knocked the daylights out of it, just right to the third baseman. And that's going to bring up Malik McNair. Malik McNair walked his first time up and was stranded in the 2nd inning. Pitch on the way to McNair. That one taken high for a ball, 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes to count. And the catcher going out to have a word with Tillman. So the 1-0 on the way to McNair. Swung on. Line shot into the center field. And that'll score. Altman for the Bobcats, and they take a 2-1 lead. Nice piece of hitting right there by Malik McNair. That'll bring us back to the top of the order, and Caden Williamson. Pitch on the way, squares to bunt. McNair heading down to second base, and he'll steal second base easily. So the Bobcats looking to get more here in the top of the field, leading it 2-1. The 1-0 pitch. Outside for a ball, 2-1. Two-0 pitch on the way. Outside, ball 3-0. So the 3-0 pitch on the way to Caden Williamson. That one called strike. Even makes it a 3-1 count. Three-one pitch on the way. Swung on. Hit toward the right field area. It's going to bounce and go out of play. Makes it a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and 2 outs. Bobcats leading it 2-1 here in the top of the 5th. The stretch and the pitch coming. McNair taking off toward third. He's going to steal third. And Caden Williamson is going to draw a base on balls. And that's going to bring up Kellen Garcia.
All right, next up, number 7, Kellen Garcia.
So Garcia with a chance to help his cause here. With runners on. Garcia 0 for 2 on the evening, 2 strikeouts. As Garcia calls time, gets a sign from his coach, Andy Davis. And the pitch. That one called strike, as the Bobcat faithful didn't agree with that call. So 0-1 the count to Garcia. As Tillman steps off the mound and looks to first. So the 0-1 pitch on the way. That one called strike 2, as Williamson will steal second base, as the Bearcats let him take it. So now Garcia with a real big chance here. The Bobcats runners in scoring position at second and third. 0-2 pitch on the way. Swung on. There's a base hit. One run will score for sure. They're waving Williamson into home, and he will score. A 2-out, 2 RBI single by Kellen Garcia. The Bobcats lead it now 4-1.
All right, next up, number 16, Landon Hawkins.
It's going to bring up the third baseman, Landon Hawkins. Stretch in the pitch. Taking low for a ball, 1-0. So the 1-0 pitch on the way. Hawkins going to call for time, and he and Andy Davis are going to have a visit. And the 1-0 pitch on the way. Taking low for a ball, and Garcia is going to steal second. So 2 balls, no strikes to count to Landon Hawkins. Garcia now down at second base. Two-0 pitch coming. Taken outside for a ball. Ball 3. So the 3-0 pitch. Taken down low, ball 4. So Hawkins with a base on balls. That's going to bring up the catcher, Cade Clinton. I believe we may have a possible pitching change as the Forest coach is going to have a word with his umpire, and now he's making his way toward the mound. So let's see what we do here. While we have a break into action, going to give you a few high school baseball scores from around the state tonight. West Marion defeated Crystal Springs by a final score of 15-0. That's in Class 3A playoff action. In Class 7A, they're still playing regular season games. Brandon leads Northwest Rankin 1-0. As the meeting on the mound is over, as Clinton's going to step in the right-handed batter's box. Taylorsville defeated Shaw. They decided to play a doubleheader today. Taylorsville won the first game 14-0, won the second game 10-0, so they advanced to the next round of the playoffs. Pitch to Clinton. That one taken for a ball, 1-0. So 1 ball, no strikes to count to Clinton. The pitch. That one taken high, ball 2, 2-0. So the 2-0 pitch on the way to Clinton. That one taken outside, ball 3. That gets away from the catcher. Runners will advance to third and to second. Let's see if Coach Andy Davis may give Cade Clinton the green light here. Tillman laboring on the mound here in the top half of the 5th inning as the Bobcats have gotten 3 runs. That one called strike. It's 3-1. Three-one pitch on the way. Swung on. High fly into right field. Let's see if nobody can get to it. The ball landed between center field, right field, and the second baseman, and 2 runs have scored. And Cade Clinton is going to get a 2 RBI double on a ball that didn't go 100 feet.
Next up, number 4, Leo Odom.
So the Bobcats with 5 runs here in the top of the 5th inning now lead at 6-1. Odom, your batter. Taken outside for a ball. 1-0. That one high and tight, 2-0. Two-0 pitch on the way to Odom. Swung on and missed. Throw down to second base. Clinton back in time. Leo Odom trying to hit that one to Madison. That big old swing. So 2-1 the count. The stretch and the pitch from Tillman. Clinton going to third, and he will steal third. So 3 balls and 1 strike to count. The pitch. That went inside for a ball. Ball 4. So the Bobcats have batted around here in the top of the 5th inning, leading it 6-1. That's going to bring up Jack Miller. Now we're going to have a pitching change. While they're changing pitchers, we're going to take a break in the action. You're listening to Bobcat Baseball. So Buffkin going to be the new pitcher for the Bearcats, as the Bobcats have exploded for 5 runs here in the top of the 5th inning. All of this got started when the leadoff batter in the 5th inning, Miller, got on an error. Miller's going to step in again for the 2nd time this inning. Runners at 1st and 3rd with 2 outs. Pitch on the way to Miller. Call strike. Throw down to 3rd as Odom was still second base. So there's 2 more runs in scoring position. The pitch swung on, fouled away. The count is 0-2. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Swung on, hit into center field, but he's under it. Going to make the catch for the 3rd out here in the top of the 5th. But the Bobcats get 5 runs on 3 hits. 1 costly error and 2 left. After 4.5, it's the Bobcats 6, Forest 1. You're listening to Bobcat Baseball. So we are moving here to the bottom half of the 5th inning.
Number 10, Joseph Greenhouse.
Greenhouse going to lead it off. It's first time up, he was hit by a pitch, left stranded. Pitch from Odom on the way. That one missed high for a ball. Not sure if Clinton lost it in the lights or Odom threw something that Clinton wasn't expecting, but that pitch got away. Clinton seemed like he didn't even see it coming to him. Next pitch is a strike, evens up the count at 1-1. 1-1 pitch on the way. That one in the dirt. It's 2-1. Two-one pitch, foul back, evens up the count at 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The count to Joseph Greenhouse. Wind up and the pitch. Taken down low. Full count. And the payoff pitch coming. Swung on a little looper in the left field, but McNair is going to run in and make the catch. McNair with a good jump on the ball. Comes in and retires Greenhouse for the first out of the inning here in the bottom of the 5th. It's going to bring up Brody Buffkin. That ball looked to be a base hit, but Malik McNair with that speed in left field, able to get a good jump on it and make the catch. So Brody Buffkin up, a strikeout victim, his only time to the plate so far. The pitch, that one taken outside for a ball, 1-0. One-zero pitch, swung on and missed. Evens up the count at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, swung on, ground ball, foul down the third base line. Hawkins made the play, but it was foul. One thing I did fail to mention tonight so far, only a two-man umpiring crew. Normally in playoff action, you see 3, in some cases 4, but tonight only 2 umpires. As Odom was ready to fire the pitch, but the umpire had his hand up, not ready for the pitch. Now the 1-2 on the way. That one inside for a ball, and it's going to even the count up at 2-2. So 2 balls, 2 strikes. One out here in the bottom of the 5th. Bobcats leading it 6-1. The pitch. Oh, wow. Woo. Everybody in the ballpark thought that was strike 3, even the batter, but the umpire called it a ball. Clinton was ready to fire it down to third base and throw the ball around. The payoff pitch. There's a swing and a miss, strike 3. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. Going to be back to the top of the order. Colton Dirks. Dirks 1 for 2 on the evening. A single in the first. In fact, he scored the long Bearcat run in the first inning. And a ground out to second base in the third. The pitch. Breaking ball that didn't break. It's 1-0. One-zero pitch. That one called, wow. Clinton almost had to stand up to catch that one, and the umpire called it a strike. Bobcats will take it. 1-1. That one swung on and missed, strike 2. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. The count to Dirks. And the pitch. That one way upstairs. He was up to count at 2-2. Two pitch on the way. Swung on, ground ball to Garcia at shortstop. He's got it. Over the middle at first base. That'll retire the side. No runs, no hits, no errors, no one left. We've played 5. Bobcats lead at 6-1. Heading to the top of the 6th. We're going to keep it right here. Like to wish the Sumrall Bobcat track team the best of luck tomorrow as they are competing in the regionals down at Pass Christian tomorrow. So best of luck to the Bobcat track team tomorrow. So going to be the top of the 6th inning. The Bobcats will have up Drew Davis, Braylon Harrison, and Malik McNair. Hitters 7, 8, and 9. 6 runs, 4 hits, no errors for the Bobcats. 1 run, 2 hits, 1 error for the Bearcats.
All right. Leading off the top of the 6th, number 8, Drew Davis.
So Davis is going to step in. He is 1 for 2 on the evening. The pitch. That one outside corner call strike, and it's 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. Taken outside for a ball. Evens up the count at 1-1. Davis swings one. High fly ball into left field. Left fielder makes the catch just inside fair territory. And there's one away. That's going to bring up the right fielder, Braylon Harrison. Sumrall softball team won tonight 10-0. Thank you for that info. If you could, let me know who they played and if that was a first round playoff matchup or not. And Harrison is hit by a pitch. He'll go down to first base, and I'll bring up Malik McNair. Malik McNair had a perfect night for the Bobcats so far. Reached in the second on a walk and had a single and scored in the 5th. Pickoff throw to first is not in time. Harrison taking off towards second. Ball is outside, and Harrison will steal second base easily. So 1-0 the count to Malik McNair. Caden Williamson on deck. The pitch, that one taken low, ball 2. Two-0 pitch on the way, outside ball 3, 3-0. Softball team beat Morton tonight in the first round of the playoffs. That was a big road win for the Bobcats tonight as they will play tomorrow at 1 o'clock at home. That one called strike. McNair taking all the way. Thank you to Josh Smith for that info. So Bobcat fans, if you're listening and you don't have anything going on tomorrow's, McNair swings and misses for strike 2. If you're not doing anything about 1 o'clock tomorrow, head on over to the softball field and support the Lady Bobcats. They play Morton with a chance to clinch that series tomorrow. Payoff pitch on the way, swung on into right field. Right fielder makes the catch. Runner tagging at third base, and he'll be in there, but wow, heck of a throw from that right fielder Wences as he threw a BB at third base. So McNair's retired.
All right, next up, number 5, Kate Williamson.
It's going to bring up Caden Williamson. First pitch to Williamson is taken for a strike. Next pitch fouled out of play, and it's 0-2. 0-2 pitch on the way, foul back. So no balls, 2 strikes to count to Caden Williamson. And the pitch. Swung on right back up the middle for a base hit. Another run will score. That'll make it 7-1. Nice piece of hitting there by Caden Williamson. And that'll bring up Kellen Garcia.
All right, at the plate, number 7, Kellen Garcia.
Kellen Garcia with a big 2 RBI single back in that 5-run 5th inning for the Bobcats. Pitch taken for a strike. Caden Williamson going to steal second base. So Garcia with a chance to increase his RBI total here tonight, here in the 6th inning. The 0-1 pitch on the way. That one taken outside for a ball. Evens up the count at 1-1. One pitch. That one taken in the dirt, 2-1. That's going to get away from the catcher, and Williamson is going to go down to third. So the 2-1 pitch on the way. Taken outside, ball 3, 3-1. Three-one pitch. Taken high, ball 4. So Garcia will get down to first base. Second consecutive time he has reached tonight. And we may have another pitching change. Let's see. Forest coach going to make a visit out to the mound. He has all his infield called in. Purvis defeated Quitman tonight 5-0, and we are going to have a pitching change. Trying to find a Greene County, Lawrence County score. That is who the winner of this series will play the second round of the playoffs. If you don't know, during the football season and the basketball season, Lawrence County was in the region with Sumrall, but due to a lack of baseball teams in other parts of the district, they moved Lawrence County to District 6. They're in the district with Macomb and North Pike and Ridgeland. I believe this is going to be Wences, the right fielder, who made that strong throw to third base earlier, coming in to pitch. 7-1, the Bobcats lead it. Second round of the playoffs will begin a week from tonight. And as I said, they will play the They will play the winner of the Greene County, Lawrence County series. Most of the Game 1 playoffs started tonight. As I mentioned earlier, we played Game 1 last night and Game 2 tonight due to Sumrall prom tomorrow night. So Wentz has taken his final warm-up tosses. Well, he's still taking his warm-up tosses. Going to give a few college baseball scores out right now. The Golden Eagles of Southern Miss still leading at 14-3. In SEC action, Arkansas leads South Carolina 2-1. The Mississippi State Bulldogs lead Auburn 8-1 in the top of the 8th inning. It is Super Bulldog weekend up in Starkville. LSU leads Missouri 11-1. Talk about a disappointing SEC start for LSU after winning the national championship last year. They are really struggling. Texas A&M defeated Alabama 10-5 and 18-9. Today they played a doubleheader after they were rained out last night. Georgia defeated Ole Miss tonight 17-6. Kentucky defeated Tennessee 5-3. And Vanderbilt beat Florida 5-2. Ready to get underway now after Wentz has completed his warm-up tosses. The pitch to Hawkins is outside. That gets away from the catcher. And another run is going to come across the plate and score. Caden Williamson. And that's going to make it 8-1. Now, people who didn't keep up with tonight's game and just see the score in the paper or online, they're going to think that Sumrall just totally dominated this game. But this was a close ball game heading into the 5th inning. So the score is really kind of deceiving. 2-0 pitch on the way. Swung on. Ooh, right back this way. Makes the count 2-1. Two-one pitch to Hawkins coming. Swung on. Foul down the right field side. Right fielder and first baseman going after it. Going to hit on top of the Ridgeland batting cage. Yes, I said Ridgeland. If you're not aware, just tuning in, Forest had their field torn up by bad weather a few weeks ago. Ball misses 3-2, so the Ridgeland baseball coach, Coach Easley, and Forest baseball coach, Coach Toomey, they go way back. They used to coach together at Hattiesburg High School with head coach Brent Barham, and Ridgeland was nice enough to let Forest use their field tonight. Payoff pitch on the way. That one in the dirt, ball 4, as Hawkins will run down to first base. Garcia now down at third. That'll bring up Cade Clinton.
All right, next up, number 2, Cade Clinton.
Clinton needs to get a hold of one here. He hasn't hit a home run in a while. Let's see. See what Cade can do. As Wentz steps off the mound. Pitch on the way. Call, strike, throw down to second base. And he is going to be caught stealing. Hawkins didn't even slide. Not sure if that was a hit and run or if Hawkins may have missed a sign. Nevertheless, Hawkins caught stealing. That's going to do it here in the top of the 6th inning. Bobcats add 2 runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left. After 5.5, Bobcats lead it 8-1. You're listening to Bobcat Baseball. Oh, baby. Heading to the bottom of the 6th inning. Bobcats leading it 8-1.
All right, leading off the bottom of the 6th for your Bearcats, number 30, Avery Buffkin.
Buffkin leading it off for the Bearcats here in the bottom of the 6th inning. And Buffkin's going to burn it, but a little bit too hard. Back to Odom. Gets it for the out. So 1 pitch, 1 out here in the bottom of the 6th inning.
At the plate, number 15, Todd Chambers.
Pat and Chance Peterson listening in tonight. And Sumrall, next pitch. That's going to drop in. Just right behind the infield dirt for a base hit by Chambers. Just a little bloop single by the Bearcat center fielder. It's going to bring up Reagan Tadlock. Tadlock 0 for 2 on the evening. Ground out to shortstop and a strikeout. Odom with the stretch and the pitch. Outside corner call strike, 0-1. The 0-1 pitch on the way. Throw back to first, runner back. Next pitch, outside. Evens up the count, 1-1. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Throw down to second is not in time. As Chambers steals second base. So the 1-2 pitch on the way. Call strike 3. Oh, my goodness. Wow. We're Bobcat fans all the way, but that was a bad call by the umpire. Just going to be honest. And the coach of Forest, I believe, is going to have a word with the umpire about that. He's put the lineup card over his mouth, but he's probably telling that umpire that was not a good pitch. So Tadlock down on strikes, and there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the 6th. And that's going to bring up Martin Wentz's. That coach is still having words with the umpire.
At the plate, number 7, Martin Wentz.
And the head coach of Forest just looks at Coach Andy Davis in the Sumrall dugout and shakes his head. Pitch on the way to Wentz's. Taken outside for a ball. It's 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. That one in there for a strike. Evens up the count at 1-1. The 1-1 pitch. That one taken inside for a ball. 2-1. Odom working quickly. The 2-1 pitch. Outside again. 3-1. Three-one pitch on the way. As Odom turns and looks a runner back to second base. The pitch, runner taken for third. Call strike, throw down to third, and he's going to be out. Good throw by Cade Clinton down to third base. Hawkins didn't even have to move the grab as Clinton put it right on the money for the third out of the inning. So Forest in the bottom of the 6th. No runs, a hit, no errors, nobody left. Head to the 7th inning. Bobcats lead at 8-1. You're listening to Bobcat Baseball. In other baseball action around the area tonight, this one Sumrall fans may find interesting, but Forest County AHS leads Northeast Jones 14-2. That is a number 4 seed leading a number 1 seed. Pitch to Cade Clinton. Taking high for a ball, 1-0. One-0 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed by Clinton as his backswing caught the catcher on the hand, and catcher for Forest did a little bit of a pain right now. He's going to go to the mound and walk that off. Coach of Forest going to go check on his catcher as well. See that a lot in baseball. Batters with big swing to back swing, hit the catcher on the top of the mask or the shoulder, the arm. Certainly not anything intentional. I'm sure when the catcher gets back to the plate, Cade Clinton apologized for it. Catcher still shaking that wrist. Columbia beat Mendenhall tonight 5-4. So everybody in the Region 7 district won tonight. Swung on foul straight back. Purvis beat Quitman. Forest County beat Northeast Jones, and Columbia beat Mendenhall. 1-2 pitch on the way to Cade Clinton. Swung on and missed. He struck him out. So Clinton goes down on strikes. Be the first out of the inning. That'll bring up Leo Odom. Odom 0 for 2 on the evening. A ground out to the shortstop. A ground out to the pitcher, and he walked back in the fifth. Pitch to Odom. Taken high. Well, Northeast Jones put a few runs on the board in the fifth to keep from getting 10-run rule. They trail it now 14-5. That one in the dirt. To Odom. One-0 pitch on the way. That one in the dirt. 2-0. So 2 balls, no strikes to count to Leo Odom. That one on inside corner call strike, 2-1. Going to give out one major league score tonight. The Atlanta Braves beat the Texas Rangers 8-3. So the 2-1 pitch. Well, Leo Odom asked for time. And the pitch. Swung on foul back. Evens up the count at 2-2. Once again, thank you to Zane Berry for asking me to fill in for him tonight. He'll be back with you next week. Swung on and missed, and Odom goes down on strikes. There's 2 away here in the top of the 7th.
Next up, number 27.
That's going to bring up Jack Miller. Miller 0 for 3. Ground out to second base. Reached on an error by the second baseman and scored back in that 5th inning and flew out to center field. That pitch called a strike, and it's 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. Swung on, hit hard down the right field line on top of the Ridgeland High School batting cage. Oh, 2 pitch on the way. That one taken outside for a ball. Makes the count 1-2. One-two pitch. Swung on. Foul down to third base line, and head coach Andy Davis makes a play. One-two pitch. That one in the dirt, evens up the count at 2-2. Nice facility here at Ridgeland High School. This is my first time on this campus. One-two pitch. Call strike 3. Miller goes down on strike, so that'll do it for the Bobcats here in the top of the 7th inning. 3 outs away from moving on to the second round. But this high school just about a golf shot away from Interstate 55. Just not far away from the interstate at all. I believe Odom's night is done as I see him going to first base. Let's see who's going to take the mound for the Bobcats. Leo Odom and Jack Miller are going to swap places. Miller to the mound, Odom to first base. So Jack Miller going to try to finish this off for the Bobcats, leading it 8-1.
For the Bobcats, number 27, Jack Miller.
Got to give the Bearcats some credit this evening after losing 17-0 last night as they battled hard this evening. It's going to be Wences, Tillman, and Guy. The 3 batters up for force here in the last half of the 7th inning. Miller with his final warm-up tosses. Clinton with a throw down to second base. As Winston steps into the batter's box.
All right, leading off the bottom of the 7th for your Bearcats, number 7, Martin Wences.
So Miller's first pitch on the way. Breaking ball inside. 1-0. So the 1-0 pitch on the way. Swung on, fouled off to the left. Evens up the count at 1-1. One pitch on the way. Way outside. 2-1. 2-1 pitch coming. That's going to hit him on the foot. So Wences is aboard. I got him right on the shoe top.
Next up for your Bearcats, number 22, Cade Tillman.
It's going to bring up Cade Tillman. Tillman 1 for 2 on the evening, a single and a strikeout. The pitch. That one taken for a strike, 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. And that one hits him. So Miller faced 2 batters, hit 2 batters. The pitching coach for the Bobcats going to go out and have a word with Miller. Not sure how long it's been since Miller has pitched. Maybe showing just a little bit of rest. So runners at first and second with nobody out here in the bottom of the 7th inning. That's going to bring up Aiden Guy. The pitch. Swung on and missed. And it's 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. Swung on. Fouled off to the right side into the Forest dugout. Makes the count 0-2. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Breaking ball, call, strike 3. And Guy knew it. First out here in the bottom of the 7th inning.
Next up, number 10, Joseph Greenhouse.
That's going to bring up the first baseman, Joseph Greenhouse. Greenhouse 0 for 1 on the evening. Got hit by a pitch in the 2nd and flew out in the 5th. Pitch from Miller. Foul straight back. Makes the count 0-1. Oh, 1 pitch on the way. Call, strike 2. Oh, 2 pitch. Call, strike 3. Good breaking pitch by Miller. And just 2 outs. Well, Northeast Jones is showing a little bit of fight now. The top of the 6th inning, they have cut it to 14-8. So far, it's down to the last out here in the bottom of the 7th. So it's going to bring up Brody Buffkin, the last hope for the Bearcats. Pitch from Miller. Swung on and missed. Miller's now, after hitting the first two batters, kind of found his groove here. 0-1. Change up, swung on and missed, 0-2. The 0-2 pitch on the way. Swung on and missed. That is your ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
That's going to be a ball game.
The Bobcats advanced to round 2 of the Class 4A playoffs with an 8-1 victory over the Bearcats of Forest. 8 runs, 6 hits, no errors for the Bobcats. 1 run, 3 hits, 1 error for the Bearcats. Once again, thank you to Zane Berry for letting me fill in tonight. Thank you to Richard Thompson for helping set the broadcast up. Zane will be back with you next Friday night. The Bobcats will play the winner of the Greene County, Lawrence County Series winner. Once again, your final score, Sumrall 8, Forest 1. I'm Mike Peterson. Good night, everybody.